So you have the privilege to drop your comments on our Facebook page, Erie 96.1 FM, Ibadan. And also you can call to the studio line 090-5696-9961 or 090-3991-6580. And don't forget that in everything you are doing this week, have that positive mind that you are going to make it. I am RITA SAJO. Good morning once again. With me this morning, I have the Punch newspaper, I have the Vanguard, I have the Nigerian Tribune, and the Nation newspaper. And I'm going to kickstart from the Punch newspaper this morning with this headlines saying IBA rejects Assembly move to probe 6 months spending, and bulk fuel buyers dump middlemen for direct Dangote supply. And regards 2027, I have the story from the paper this morning. APC opposition lists expectations for next INEC chair. And this one is saying union imposed truck charges cause fuel price hike. That is Dangote. And moving straight, I have this one regards the celebration of the First Lady, saying Tinubu Shetima governors celebrate First Lady at 65. Military arrest 17 oil thieves, destroy 9 illegal refineries. And moving straight to Ekiti State regards the aspect of education, I have this story. Ekiti parents reject age restriction on varsity admission. And still in Ekiti, I have this one. Ekiti condemns health workers' assault. And tinted glass permit enforcement begins October 2nd. That is coming from police spokesman. And regards issue of our dear state, or your state, Ibadan to be precise, I have this story, which is the last one from the Punch newspaper this morning. Olubadan, I need your guidance, Ladoja tells Oni of Ife. From the Vanguard newspaper, I have the stories appointment of incorruptible INEC chair. Only path of honor for Tinubu. That is coming from CNPP and CSOs. And this one is saying crude oil imports hit records high as Dangote refineries reshapes trade flow. And on usual business, I still have this one. Your business model outdated. Dangote transforming petroleum sector. Odetola to Dapman. And I have this one still from the angle of traditional rulers regards the Olubadan and Oni of Ife. And I have this one saying Ladoja urges Oni to foster unity among Yoruba monarchs. And regards 2027, I have this one, power should remain in South. That is coming from South North Progressive Forum. And still on issue of 2027, Olawepo supporters, dear Tinubu's APC in Southwest. And this one is a sad one from Benue State saying Benue ambush, 16 security operatives fear dead, others missing. And the federal government probe fresh eating disease killing Adamawa resident. And moving straight to the angle of manufacturers and extension of USA from the vice president, I have this one. African manufacturers seek extension of U.S. trade program. And on issue 2027, I still have this one coming from Bolaji Abdullahi, ADC National Publicity Secretary. And it's saying on 2027, Tinubu government has no clear direction. That is all I have regards top stories from the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Moving straight to the Nation newspaper, I have the story. State police, power devolution, others back on front burner. And on issue of Mining sector, I have this one. Alake saying government revoked 1,263 mineral licenses over field defaults. And peace remain catalyst for River State unity growth, says Fubara. Moving straight, I still have this one talking that Tinubu renews IST, which is Investment and Security Tribunal Chairman's appointment, OK's new members, and PDP capable of good governance, says Saraki. And I have this one talking from the angle of Baba Shebioba, saying forces of barrenness are real, Baba Shebioba. And I still have this one on issue of energy acceleration project to boost clean power. And regards issue of politics and INEC election, ADC fought INEC over marks recognition. And regards Olubadan, I still have this one from the Nation newspaper saying Olubadan designates Ladoja Oni of Ife call for unity among Yoruba monarchs. This one is saying reps hold national public hearing on constitution review on Monday, which is today. And this one is saying CSO Lord Dangote refineries for lowering price of petrol. And the last one I have from the Nation newspaper saying Shetima to present Nigerian statement at United Nations General Assembly. And that is all I have from the Nation newspaper regards the headline this morning. From the Nigerian Tribune, I have this one talking about different stories regards the state of the nation. I have this one. I never told anyone I wanted third term or Obasanjo open-ups. And regards 2027, I still have this one. Any party with Peter Obi has more than 40% of votes. PDP shifting. And Serap Amnesty urged Tinubu to withdraw cybercrime charges against Shogure. And this one is saying Oyo Rep is Remi Tinubu's track record in public service. Moving ahead, I have the story, address economic insecurity, Anglican primate to Tinubu. And from Oyo State, I still have this story talking of health and eye precisely, saying Oyo government inaugurates eye health care committee to tackle preventable blindness. And the Nigeria needs state police for better security response. That is coming from Kalu. And on issue of petroleum, I still have this one coming from Akwa Ibom State. Petroleum products monitoring committee cracks down on illegal filling stations in Akwa Ibom State. And this one is saying CJN to inaugurate 57 new SANs as Supreme Court mark new legal year, September 29. And the last one I have from the Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning, coming straight from Ondo State, regards issue of labor, saying Ondo NLC demands 256,000 naira, 950 naira new minimum wage right Ayedatiwa. And that is all I have from the Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning. Don't forget that you can drop your comments on our Facebook page, Irina 6.1 FM Ibadan, and you can call to the studio line is 090-5696-9961 or 090-39916580. I'm going to start the second segment of this program with the Nation newspaper with this heading: First Lady at 65, Tinubu pays tribute to confidant Oluremi. And the story says President Bola Ahmed Tinubu paid glowing tribute to his wife, Senator Oluremi, on her 65th birthday, describing her as his confidant, counselor, and unwavering anchor through decades of political and personal trials. Also, Vice President Kashim Shettima, his wife, governors, and other eminent leaders felicitated the First Lady, hailing her contribution to the public welfare. President Tinubu said the First Lady is not just a spouse, but a partner whose quiet sacrifices have shaped their family and impacted the nation. The story goes on saying, he said in a statement, Oluremi, as you celebrate your 65th birthday today, I honor not only the love of my life, but also a woman whose quiet strength and enduring grace have been my shading anchor. More to that story if you are interested to know what the president says regards his wife as she celebrates her 65th birthday. Do well to pick the Nation newspaper with this heading: First Lady at 65, Tinubu pays tribute to confidant Oluremi. And more to that story as we go on our first commercial break. Then we give you more stories after the commercial break. And sit back and don't forget to drop your comments on our Facebook page, Erie 96.1 FM, Ibadan.
This is your man, Flo Rida.
Hey, what's happening? This your little homie Plies, man.
Hey, yo, what's poppin', man? It's your boy Bow Weezy, man. Check it out.
This is Ed Sheeran.
Hi, I'm Charlie Puth.
Hi, this is Paul McCartney.
Your systems are offline.
Tune in to Erie 96.1 FM, the majestic station that rules the sound waves. Join us.
Keep it locked. It's Erie 96.1 FM. Don't touch the dial.
You fit, you fit, you fit, you fit, you fit fly.
Hello there. Are you thinking of embarking on a journey to any country in Europe, America, South America, Asia, Australia, or wherever you may desire in the world for education, tourism, business, or what have you, and you are confused on how to go about it? You Fit Fly is your go-to company that will help you realize your dream. That is why you are enjoined to talk to us at You Fit Fly for seamless flight reservation, hotel reservation, educational consulting, visa processing, airport transfer, special vacation, travel insurance, holy pilgrimage, and international conferences. Visit us today at Success House, 7 Up Road, Oluyole Estate, Ring Road, Ibadan, or call 0901 111 1190. Website youfitfly.com. At YouFitFly, your travel logistics will be sorted out seamlessly.
Maria Made Maya Debe, Marashon Sara, Pastor Shop, Mbeni Besibe, Lobeshon Sara.
Etí mélòó gbogbo ọ̀tọ̀kùlú tó mọ yáyà aṣọ tó dáa la. Gbogbo ẹlẹ́gbẹ́jẹgbẹ́ tó fẹ́ máa sọ fóde àríyá. Ẹ má wulẹ̀ wọ̀ tún wò sí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá fẹ́ raṣọ ní gbági tuntun. Tààràtà móríwọ Pastor Shop ní gbági. Pastor Shop aláṣọ ọ̀rà yìí wọ̀ yìí. Mú yìí lò yìí. Bí ẹyẹ ọ̀kìn. Pastor Shop Abida Corporate Services Limited. Báwo ló ṣe fẹ́ sí? Senator materials, cashmere, German wool, damask material, Swiss lace, Swiss cut, Guinea brocade, Swiss foil, trousers materials, Italian Swiss wool, voile and organza material. Kì í ṣe ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ nìkan tàbí Ìbàdàn nìkan ni wọ́n ti ń bá wọn raṣọ. Gbogbo ìlú jìlú kárí South West ńlọ́mọ Pastor Shop. Bí ilé ìtajà aṣọ tó mú yes. Gbàngàn ọjà ńlá mẹ́ta ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀. Ńlọkùn fọ́fọ́ fásọ. Takoro wọ̀ yìí tó bá wù ọ́. Kó o má sọ̀rọ̀ ní Pastor Shop. Ní nàmbà C 136, 128 and 140. Green Block Pastor Shop gbági tuntun. Aṣọ tó ń wá káàkiri tó ń láàgùn sẹ̀kẹ̀. Pastor Shop ló wà 0034756284 tàbí 0052023070. Ní Pastor Shop wo bẹ̀ raṣọ sanwó ẹ̀. Gbé nǹkan ẹ̀ Ọlọ́run tá a fi ṣègbẹ́kẹ̀lé àìtà ìwọ wọ́mọ́jà ló mú wa gòkè àgbà.
Erie 96.1. 96.1. Erie bringing you non-stop hits.
Number one for today's hits.
And Royal Entertainment, we are the king.
You're welcome back, and thanks for being there. We really appreciate you from Erie 96.1 FM, Ibadan. I move ahead with the next story before me, saying Reps hold national public hearing on constitutional review Monday, which is today. And the story says the House of Representatives will on Monday, September 22, 2025, hold a national public hearing on the postponed amendment of the 1999 Constitution in Abuja. The hearing, originally scheduled earlier this month but postponed following the national mourning for the former president, Muhammadu Buhari, marks a major step in the ongoing effort to amend the Constitution. Issues on the front burner are state police, power devolution, special legislative seat for women, electoral and judicial reforms, among others. Deputy Speaker of the House, Honorable Benjamin Kalu, who also chaired the Special Ad hoc Committee on the Constitution Review, is expected to preside over the event in Abuja. According to the House spokesman, Rotimi Akin, the hearing is designed to consolidate citizens' input gathered during the zonal constitution held in July across the 6 geopolitical zones. Those consultations features public hearing at 12 designated centers nationwide. Rotimi stressed the importance of public participation in the process, describing the national hearing as a vital platform for Nigerians and stakeholders to shape constitutional reform directly. More to that story, if you want to know details of how the story goes on how they are going to review our constitution, do well to pick the Nation newspaper with this heading: Reps hold national public hearing on constitution review Monday, which is today, 22/2025. Still from the Nation newspaper, coming to our dear state, Oyo State, Ibadan to be precise, I have this story. Olubadan designates Ladoja Oni of Ife call for unity among Yoruba monarchs. And the story says the Olubadan designates Oba Rashid Ladoja and the Oni of Ile-Ife, Oba Enitan Adeyeye Ogunwusi, has stressed the need for unity across Yoruba land, insisting it must begin with traditional rulers or if meaningful progress is to be achieved. And the story goes on saying the monarchs make the call when the Oni pay a historic visit to the Olubadan designate at his Bodija residence in Ibadan. Responding to Oni's remark, Oba Ladoja said among important guests who had visited him since his selection had constantly urged him to put more importance in the unity of traditional rulers and the entire Yoruba land as a divine tax. And the story says, highlighting the importance of solidarity, the Olubadan designate noted that a united traditional institution would be difficult for governors to undermine, while also accelerating development and growth in the region. More to that story, if you want to know what Oni of Ife and our new Oba Rashid Ladoja says regards unity among monarchs, do well to pick the Nation newspaper with this heading: Olubadan designate Ladoja Oni of Ife call for unity among Yoruba monarchs. Moving straight to the Vanguard newspaper, I have this story coming from Baba Shebioba saying forces of barrenness are real. And the story says, until your barrenness is taken away from you, joy will be far from you. Speaking during the Sunday service at his church, Seed of Christ Golden Church, land of reality worldwide, Ibadan headquarters. Lord Mayor His Eminence Apostle Solomon Mustafa and one Baba Shebioba JP said several people have been inflicted by barrenness diseases, which made them unproductive, and until they embrace His prayer and anointing, their struggle in life journey won't stop. More to that story if you want to know details about what Baba Shebioba said regards issue of barrenness, the forces, and you taking prayers and anointing into place to make you to overcome barrenness. Do well to pick the Vanguard newspaper with this heading: Forces of barrenness are real, Baba Shebioba. Moving straight to the next story before me, talking about issue of appointment of the new INEC chairman. With this heading, appointment of incorruptible INEC chair, only path of honor for Tinubu. And the story says the Conference of Nigerian Political Parties, CNPP, and Coalition of 75 Civil Society Organizations, CSOs, have said President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's appointment of an incorruptible person to replace Professor Mahmood Yakubu as chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, remained the only path of honor for him. And the story goes on saying they also sought far-reaching electoral reform before the 2027 general election. In a joint statement signed by Comrade James, Deputy National Publicity Secretary of CNPP, and Alhaji Ali Abacha, National Secretary of the Coalition of National Civil Society Organizations, the group said the integrity, character, and credibility of the next INEC chairman, as well as urgent reform of the national electoral system, remain indispensable to saving Nigerian democracy from total collapse. And the story goes on saying the demand for electoral reform and for an incorruptible, fairness and transparent leadership of INEC seems inconvenient for the current administration, but it is the only path of honor open to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And anything short of that will not only erode public trust further, but also endanger the future of Nigerian democracy. More to that story, do well to pick the Vanguard newspaper with this heading: appointment of incorruptible INEC, chair, only path of honor for Tinubu, CNPP and CSO. Don't forget that you can drop your comment on our Facebook page, Iri 96.1 FM. And don't forget that our old school fiesta is approached the corner. It is October 1st. And, it's going to be fun, as we've been telling you. And have those at the back of your mind that is changing location. We are going to be using Rio Event Center along Bodija, Ashi Road. And, it's going to be fun. So have this at the back of your mind, listeners, that you've collected your ticket, that the location is now Rio Event Center in Ibadan along Ashi Bodija Road. And it's going to be fun. So if you want to participate, just get your ticket. And on our program this morning, call in to get your own ticket to that event. Oscu Fiesta. It is going to be fun. You are going to relax and remember those days, how you live your youthful age, and you will not miss out. I'm just telling you, when you are there, you are going to catch your phone and you will not miss anything out. So don't forget that the location has been changed to Rio Event Center along Ashi Bodija Road, Ibadan. From the angle of security, I have this one saying Benue ambush, 16 security operative fear dead, order missing. And this one is saying no fewer than 16 security personnel are fear dead, while several others remain missing following an ambush by suspected armed S-men supported by local military group gang during an operation of Agu Center, a rural settlement in Castina Ala local government area, Benue State. Some of the security operatives who survived sustained injuries, while the truck conveying them were burnt and motorcycles scattered away by the attackers. It is a sad one, and the story is saying that among those killed were members of Operation I.M.O, a state-established joint security task force made up of police officers and operatives of Benue State Civil Protection Guards. More to that story is a sad one from Benue State regards issue of insecurity. If you are interested, do well to pick the Vanguard newspaper with this heading: Benue ambush, 16 security operative fear dead, others missing. Go on our second commercial break. When we're back, we give you the rest top stories here that it's going to interest you. And this one, let me just say before we go on our commercial break, Ekiti parents reject age restriction on varsity admission. Don't forget to drop your comment on our Facebook page, Irina 6.1 FM Ibadan, or you call to the studio line is 09056969961 or 09039916580. Don't forget that our Oscu Fiesta is October 1st, and our new location for the event is Rio Event Center along Ashi Bodija Road, Ibadan.
Keep it locked. It's Erie 96.1 FM. Don't touch the dial.
bí kan ṣe kéré ní kòkòrò tó ọmọ ẹlẹ́kọ́lé kan lè àkọ́kànṣe lọ́sàn-án nílé alábàáhùn àjẹpẹ́tẹ́ dùmàrè bá ti ọ̀ lẹ́yìn tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ lédòtẹ́ tó kúkọ́ kan lébolé kó lè ṣe é wò kó rírin gidi iléeṣẹ́ Latun's Gerard Roofing Company ńlọrọ̀ kan àṣeyọrí nílé kíkan àkànlórùlé bó bá wà nínú ọlọ́pẹ́ tó kọ́lé parí iléeṣẹ́ Latun's Gerard Roofing Company ní ó pè fún Gerard Roofing Sheets Classic Bond Milano Shingles Roman àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ aláwọn ti garanti 70 years wà lórí wọn àtàwọn ti garanti 50 years wà lórí ẹ̀ tó bá ti kàngi sílẹ̀ kò sí wàhálà máa bọ̀ níléeṣẹ́ Latun's Gerard Roofing Company àmọ́ sáà gbogbo yẹn tó bá ti ṣe harvest ọmọ ti kàngi sílẹ̀ ó sàn kẹ́kọ́kọ́ kàn sí iléeṣẹ́ Latun's Gerard Roofing Company kẹjọ sọ̀rọ̀ Gerard náà àyíbá àmọ́ kí gọ́mọ̀ bá lọ rè gbẹ kó tó di kíkàn àṣàní suit 18 and 19 Pondex House behind Glory Tabernacle Bódìjà ojú orin Ìbàdàn telephone 08087973539 tàbí 08165734042 bó o ṣe ń kanlé kólé pẹ̀lú òrùlé Gerard ní Latun's ara rẹ̀ lélo.
olùyọ̀lé ẹ̀kú àmójúbà ọba.
a kú oríire o. fún ìwúyè àti gbígbádé olúbàdàn ọba rasidi adéwọ̀lú ládọjà tí yóò dádé lọ́jọ́ kẹrìndínlọ́gbọ̀n oṣù yìí 26/9/2025. a kú àmójúbà tó ń ti gbáradì afẹ́fẹ́ tuntun tí ń fẹ́ lẹ́ẹ̀bàdàn bí ọba rasidi adéwọ̀lú ládọjà yóò ṣe gbádé gẹ́gẹ́ bí olúbàdàn lẹ́ẹ̀bàdàn lẹ́ẹ̀kẹrìnlélógójì. kábíyèsí o. adéwọ̀lú kóre tòun ti dùnnú fún wa lẹ́ẹ̀bàdàn. kára bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní tutọ́ nílé tàlejò lórúkọ mọ́gàjì adérẹ̀mí adébọ̀wálé adégòkè ọláníyọnu tí í ṣe mọ́gàjì ilé ọláníyọnu ló ń kí kábíyèsí àti gbogbo ọmọ bíbí ìlú ilẹ̀ ìbàdàn tó sì ń ṣàdúrà pé kádé ó pẹ́ lórí o kí bàtà ó pẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀ kírùkẹ̀rẹ̀ ó dókínní. mọ́gàjì adérẹ̀mí adébọ̀wálé ọláníyọnu tí í ṣe mọ́gàjì ilé ọláníyọnu ti SW3/2058 ti pópó Yemọja ńlẹ̀ ìbàdàn ló ránṣẹ́ kíni kú oríire ṣọ́ọ̀bà adéwọ̀lú rasheed ládọjà àti gbogbo òdílé wọn ní agboolé arúsánsálẹ̀ òsì ìbàdàn kábíyèsí o.
Feeling stuck? Need a boost of inspiration? Look no further. The dew of motivation is here.
You are listening to
Erie 96.1.
your favorite radio station for non-stop classics.
We are the king.
The story, and as I've said earlier on, is issue of education, and this one is coming from parents, Ekiti State parents to be precise, saying Ekiti parents reject age restriction on university admission. And the story says concerned parents in Ekiti State under the coalition of concerned parents, students and stakeholders have appealed to the federal government to reverse the age restriction policy for those seeking admission into tertiary institutions. The concerned parents made the position known in a letter signed by Adeniran Samuel and Omotayo Omokayode, made available to Tunji Alausa. They add that the policy had deeply affected the future of young Nigerians. And the story goes on saying they appealed to the minister to cause a waiver 95 and regardless of age, direct JAMB to remove the portal restriction preventing this candidate from processing admission, who are 16 years old by August 25, will be admitted to tertiary institutions. Recall that pressure group, the movement against JAMB injustice, comprising concerned parents, recently protested at JAMB office in Lagos and the Ministry of Education, describing the age limit policy in Nigeria as unconstitutional and should be discarded. And the story goes on and on. If you are interested to know details about what parents are saying regards age restriction on university admission, do well to pick the Vanguard newspaper with this heading: Ekiti parents reject age restriction on university admission. Thank you very much. I move straight to our Facebook page, and I have this one coming from Gbemisola Ajoke saying, good morning. Yeah, good morning to you, madam. Thank you very much. And she's still saying good morning to Erie FM. From here, Erie FM 96.1, we are saying beautiful morning to you all, our dear listeners, our fans. And from G Interior, okay, good morning. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I wish you and the management of Erie 96.1 FM a blissful new week. Thank you very much, sir. We really appreciate you for being there and being supportive. And this one is coming from my dear sister, Oluwaseun Ruth. Madam, quite some time. Hope you are good and our family. She's saying good morning. Thank you very much. We from Erie 96.1 FM, we are saying good morning to you. And she said the probe going on in Rivers State is just a political issues as unusual, because this crisis going on should have been a thing of the past had it been dividend of democracy. Thank you very much. And don't forget, madam, you have a ticket from Erie 96.1 FM to come to the old school fiesta. You are always been there and we really appreciate it. Feel free to come to Erie 96.1 FM to pick your ticket. And I have this one from Solomon Olushola Abioye saying, good morning. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you all for being there. Don't forget, as you are starting this new week, for you to accomplish your aim and achieve whatever you planned for, try and choose your friend wisely. Choose the friend that will be there for you all the time. Until then, when I'll be privileged to come on here again by 3:30 to 4 on our darling program, Women in Business, Voices of Empowerment. Relax yourself, be productive, and always make yourself happy. That is just it. Nobody can make you happy except you yourself. Make yourself happy always. Do have a lovely day ahead.